Welcome to the Unapologetic Man Podcast, the only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it. What is up, gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. I really do appreciate you, and you clicked on this one because your style's all blown out, bro. You're wearing stonewashed jeans from Walmart with tennis shoes, a brown belt, and the fucking shirt tucked into it with a wolf howling at the moon. And you go up to a girl and you're like, hey, excuse me, I thought you were really cute and I had to come meet you. And she's like, get out of here, you fucking sea donkey. And you're like, what is going on with my game? Well, first of all, there's probably a myriad of issues, most of which are derived from belief systems, but also your style. So ridiculously important. Now, I can get through style with just game. It's funny, I was watching this video of this guy with game, it was a long time ago, and he went out and he hit on chicks with a dildo strapped to his forehead, and I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. And he got all these chicks attracted to him, dude. He yanked tons of numbers. Now, he was being playful, and of course, he had game, but it just goes to show that I'll get through any style mishaps with game every day of the week and twice on Sunday. In fact, sometimes I purposely go out to the nightclub with this shirt where there's a kitten riding a piece of pizza through outer space, and I purposely wear that thing so girls give me shit about it and I can flex up with my frame control. But generally speaking, I run a tight battleship, boys. You can bounce quarters off my bed, you can see your face in the floor of my latrine, and I launch an absolute fusillade of championhood off the starboard bow, because when you have good style, when you show women that you're not only paying attention to things like your diet, to becoming the best man you can be, but also the clothes that you wear, it makes you stand out so much from other dudes who don't give a literal shit about what they look like. I mean, you look at dudes these days, and women listening, I literally feel sorry for you. It's like they just came out of a homeless shelter, bro. Like, they look like absolute shit. Pubic hair is coming out of their face, unibrows like a caterpillar sitting right up there on their forehead, hair that looks like a dirty mop, BO that smells like a homeless man's armpit farted and then gets shit on by a sumo wrestler after getting dragged along the floor of a high school team's locker room. And you wonder why these guys aren't getting chicks. So what we're going to talk about today, gentlemen, is how to up your style for 2023. We're going to talk about how to make yourself literally 10 times more attractive to women just by dialing in the clothes you wear. I cannot express to you how important this is, and I feel like I have a lot of really good advice where this is concerned. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to listen until the end because I got tons of good shit for you today. Before we jump into that, I want to read a quick testimonial. I know, bro, I always read these things, but you can't hold it against me. I believe in what I do. I believe in my 3-month coaching program. I see the results it gets. And I feel like this is like once a generation kind of thing. I really do. And I know that may sound arrogant. It may sound full of myself. I'm certainly going down Flex Avenue. But when you believe in something this much, you're a coward if you don't tell people about it. And I fucking see the results. I see the kinds of girls my guys are getting. When they come into the program, they have zero. I'm talking bagel women. And then they graduate talking to upwards of 5, 10, 15, 20 chicks, dating 3 different chicks a week, having sex with at least that many every few weeks or every month. And so you can't hold it against me that I believe in this thing so much. So I want to read this anonymous testimonial. Here we go. Your program has shed bright light on some massive dark areas in my life, both with my masculinity and with women. My self-confidence was non-existent when I got on our call with Victor. In fact, I held a whole litany of limiting self-beliefs, with one of the biggest being that I thought I was a shell, a fraud, and that there was nothing intrinsically valuable that I could offer women. But now, after these 3 months, I know I am the prize. I'm the man that quality women want, and I have firm ground under my feet with conviction that grows every single day. Your NLP, weekly lessons, coaching calls, and brotherhood facilitated that new reality for me, one that I will never second guess. Goddamn beautiful testimonial, brother. I do appreciate you sending that in. And gentlemen, if you want those same results, if you want to see what this coaching is all about, if you want to experience how we're able to get that change in so many men's lives, that once a generational change, I truly believe that, you have to get on a call with us. Explore what we're about, see what the program entails. How does Mark get these results for guys? That's what I'm going to show you. If you come visit us, come check it out. We're not pushy at all. We just want to meet with you. And I tell my dude, Victor, who you're going to get on a call with, do not take a client unless we are positive we can 10x his results. That's 10x more confidence, 10x as many dates. And yes, boys, we do that for every single guy who comes into the program. So get off the fence, as I always say. Stop procrastinating. Don't let that feminine energy of fear of what might be hold you back. Move into your fears. Embrace the discomfort and meet with us and show us who you really are so that we can tell you whether or not we can help you. Go to my website, CoachMarkSing.com. You can also click the link in the description below, fill in the quick application, submit it. You and I will email with each other personally, and then you're going to get on a call with my wingman and one of my best friends, Victor Lynch, and you and him are going to help determine if this program is a good fit for you. Why not give it a try, man? There's literally nothing to lose. All right, gentlemen, so the style guide. Now, I just watched a bunch of videos about 2023 style guide. What are the styles these days? Guys, throw that shit out. It doesn't effing matter. Why? Because in a year, it's all going to be different. Like right now, big pants with pockets all over them are trendy. Big sweatshirts with giant hoods are trendy. Hell, Justin Bieber and Kanye West were even shown to be wearing suits that don't fit them correctly. Dude, throw that shit out the window because it changes so quickly. What we want to do when it comes to style is focus on two things. The first thing are fundamentals, and the second thing is fit. F-I-T, how the shit fits you. And actually, there's the third thing too that I want to speak about, and that's hygiene. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the top down. We're going to start with your head, that freaking mop on top of your head that looks like rats are living in it, and that little trolls pop out of with gifts for your niece. We're going to talk about that first. Then we're going to go down the body and talk about elements that you guys need to get dialed to get women attracted to you. So first and most obviously, your haircut. There's so many things you can do with your haircut that go beyond your typical 85-year-old barber who gets drunk before he cuts it and you walk out of there looking like a 5-year-old boy. What I strongly suggest you do is spring some money and go to a really advanced salon who have professional haircutters in there, preferably women, because obviously we're trying to attract women. And what I always say is ask them for a haircut that fits your face, that's easy to manage, that looks good with who you are, and more specifically, the angles and the structure of your face. Because when you put some effort into this and you get somebody good to cut your hair, and I'm talking like I spend like $60 on mine and then I'll slap her a $15 tip because I want to stay in her good graces pocket. So I slap her that extra tip and then she always dials in my hair super sick. Look at my epic coif on the thumbnail for my podcast. That's the way my hair is. It's kind of like that classic coiffed up to the side thing. I get a hard part, which means they shaved the part in it. The sides are really clean. And while that may not be the style today where everybody's walking around with fucking mullets, it works extremely well for me. The difference between me wearing a hat and going out with my hair done like that is exponential, the reaction I get from females, because they like dudes who take care of themselves. What does it communicate when you get a guy who takes care of himself? It communicates that he could probably take care of her and even take care of children if they were to have children together. So the way you keep your hygiene and the way you rock your hairstyle is extremely important. Let's now talk about that caterpillar that's living above your eyes, your freaking unibrow, bro. You got to pluck that shit, dial it in. And some guys, I don't do this myself, will even get their eyebrows like structured and plucked by chicks. They'll go into those like feminine salons and get them to do that. I'm not against it, man. If you got some bush that a small bird could live in, perhaps you want to get that dialed in by a female. I always recommend females, or gay guys are really good too for doing that stuff, to dial in your eyebrows. Okay, obviously you want to keep your eyes clean, keep the sleep out of them when you go out at night. Your teeth, God, don't get me started. I will blow a girl out so hard, her ponytail will launch off her head when the concussion hits when she has dirty teeth. Nothing disgusts me more than when I can see some food in it, when I can see calculus, which is basically like gingivitis that calcifies in between the teeth, or she's got some like black tooth in there, or worse yet, bad breath. And this is why when I go to the bars and the nightclubs, I don't drink. A lot of you guys don't know I've never had a sip of alcohol in my entire life. It's not because of religion or anything like that. It's just my grandmother was killed when I was a kid by a drunk driver. And then I was part of a straight edge punk rock band, which the whole theme was not doing drugs. So I just never did it. So what I do is when I go into bars and nightclubs, I drink water with lemon in it. Lemon kills bad breath, and I just sip on that thing the whole night. I'll even eat some lemons just to kill that bad breath, because nothing kills attraction like the killer of bad breath. So look at your teeth. Do you need to get some work done? Do you need to perhaps visit the dentist a little bit more often? I have friends who I hang out with who it's like death breath. And I'm literally thinking to myself, does he not know the halitosis and the freaking dragon breath that he's launching onto all of us is absolutely killing his chances with women? And oftentimes I'll tell him if I'm close enough with him. But guys, take a long, steady look at your teeth in the mirror. See if they could be whitened. See if they could be straightened. Maybe you need to get some braces or some caps or whatever they're called to dial in your smile. It makes a gigantic difference. As far as your beard is concerned, I'm jealous of you guys who have beards, because beards are basically like the male version of a push-up bra or fake tits. If you can rock a beard, I highly suggest you do so. But the look that women are attracted to is basically a 5 o'clock shadow. Some stubble that's well kept. You don't want to look like you have pubes coming out of your fucking cheek. You want to run a tight battleship, keep it really nice and manicured. But the best look is that 5 o'clock stubble, but you have to do what's best for you. I have guys who come into the program all the time who rock legendary beards, and they get chicks. So girls love facial hair. It's a sign of masculinity. I'm not graced with the ability to grow facial hair, unfortunately. The only thing I can grow is a really skeezy looking mustache, and I'll tell you what, I shouldn't do that because it makes me look horrible. So you guys who were given the gift of the ability to grow facial hair, I strongly suggest it, but keep it dialed in. All right, now let's talk about shirts and jackets. I get my shirts custom made. Yes, even my t-shirts, but more specifically, collared shirts with buttons. Women absolutely love them, and I make sure I get them custom made. You'll have to pay 2 to 3 times the amount you'd pay for just a regular button-up shirt to get a custom shirt, but it's worth it. I'd prefer for you guys to have fewer shirts that are custom made than lots of shirts that have cool colors or cool designs or are even from name brands like Gucci or Versace, because the way they fit you is so unbelievably important. I cannot stress this enough. And when it comes to t-shirts, I order mine from a place called Son of a Tailor, Tailor, like the tailor who sews things. I get mine from Son of a Tailor. They have you put in your dimensions and they make you custom t-shirts. If you go to my website and watch the highlight video of me coaching the boys, those shirts were all custom made for me. They fit my body perfectly. The sleeve is high enough where the bicep and the tricep pops. My chest looks really good in them. They're long enough. You can customize everything with those t-shirts. I'd strongly prefer you guys buy a t-shirt that fits you right, even just a plain black one, which is what I typically wear, over some like cool design or name brand, as I mentioned earlier. I was at the mall the other day looking at sweatshirts, and there was like this Dolce & Gabbana sweatshirt that was literally $1,500 and it had holes in it. And I was thinking to myself, this is absolutely ridiculous. What I like to do personally, and I'm not necessarily suggesting this for you, it's just what I do, is I get sweatshirts custom made. I make sure they're long enough for my arms. I put my logo on the left sleeve. You can see my logo if you go to my website. It's like 3 vertical V's. And I get that put on the left sleeve of my sweatshirts, etc. And it's kind of like my own style. I like to do my own thing. Following trends, in my opinion, is a little bit of a weak frame kind of thing to do. I like to do my own thing. I was recently in Argentina and we went into all these leather shops because I was looking for a leather jacket. They had really sick leather jackets, but I asked them, I said, can you make me a custom one? And they said, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? And they said, definitely. And I said, how long will it take? And they said, 2 days. I was like, what? 2 days to make a freaking custom leather jacket? So I get on the internet and I go through all these leather jackets and I find the absolute sickest one I could find. And I show it to the guy. I'm like, can you make this exactly like this? And he's like, yep, we can do it specifically to you. So they take all my measurements, they go to work, and 2 days later, I got a custom leather jacket that is so sick, dude. I'm so happy with this thing. Cost me $370. That kind of thing would have cost me at least $2,500 in the States. So, I'm not expecting you guys to go to Argentina to get a custom jacket, but when you have the opportunity to get custom made stuff, pull the trigger on it. I'm always thinking about how can I up my game? How can I up my style? How can I become more attractive to women? And that's the way I want you guys to think. All right, going down to your belt, I suggest a really nice belt that when you wear it, it's not like too flashy. I don't like those gigantic belt buckles, but something else I wanted to say is it depends on you. Like if you want to get cowboy girls, then perhaps a big belt buckle is for you. If you want to get a hippie chick who's playing the harp at the drum circle and has so much hair in her armpit, it looks like she has Questlove in a headlock, then you need to rock a style that's akin to the kind of girl that you're going for. I like girls who are fine. And what I find is that fine girls kind of like that bad boy look, which is why I got that sick motorcycle leather jacket, which is why sometimes I'll wear black studded earrings. A lot of girls rip on me for it too, which is great for frame control. But my style is a clean bad boy look. And that's what I want you guys to identify. Your style has to be in line with the kinds of girls you're trying to attract. So go to the nightclubs, go to the bars, wherever you hang out, and look at a girl who's super fine and look at the dude she's flirting with. Look at the dude these hot girls are with. It's not just about them being 6'2" or having money or being super good looking. Look at the way they dress. Almost every single guy who pulls a really hot girl is dressed well. And you want to dress like that guy, pertaining to the kind of girl you want to get, while at the same time throwing in your own style on top of it. So when it comes to a belt, rock one that's higher quality, looks really good. Stay away from the Walmart shit. Stay away from the basics and try to look unique to yourself. That's kind of all I can tell you when it comes to that. The belt that I wear is actually from Germany. I like to shop when I go abroad because they have like cool clothes in different areas. And it's this really nice silver and black leather belt that's actually a dress belt, but I wear it with my normal clothes because it looks sick when it pops out of the bureau. Okay, when it comes to jeans, you don't have to buy super expensive jeans, but you do have to make sure they fit you correctly. So what I do when I buy jeans is I try on literally dozens of them before I decide on a certain style. I wear Levi's myself sometimes, but it's because they fit me perfectly that I'm willing to rock them. I like Diesel a lot. 7 for Mankind is okay, although they're a little flashy sometimes. And I know, brother, you like to wear those jeans with the bedazzled diamonds all crusted up on the butt. And I know you want to go business up top and cowgirl on the bottom, but you might want to step away from those types of jeans. For me personally, I like to look like I'm about to get on a motorcycle. I've found girls get really attracted to that, especially the kind of girls I want. I also take care of my body. I have really nice tattoos. I run a tight battleship, right? I keep my armpits shaved down to a low level so the BO doesn't kick up. I obviously mow the lawn downstairs as well. And let me ask you this, what looks taller? A sheep standing in 2 feet of grass or a sheep standing in 2 inches of grass? Do the math on that one, okay? So I always run a tight battleship down below. When the penis comes out, you don't want it to look like a one-eyed monster coming out of some rat nest to kill her, okay? You want to keep it clean, run a tight battleship. Down to the shoes. I highly suggest leather boots, and I highly suggest you wear leather boots, jeans, a nice t-shirt with, for example, a leather jacket when you go on a date. Okay, so that's typically what I wear on a date. Nice boots, nice pair of jeans, nice belt, a custom-made t-shirt, and then of course I'd rock that epic leather jacket I just got. That's the right fit. Okay, you don't want to go on dates wearing a 3-piece noose. You don't want to look like you just got back from the beach. You want to look nice, but not too try hard. So look for shoes that suit your style. Be willing to spring a little bit more money on them, but basics are what you always want to go for. Forget about these like trendy things, unless you're into that. A lot of guys listening like that New York streetwear, or they like that surfer look, or whatever your thing is. And of course, equally as important, whatever the girls you're trying to go for, dress to get those kind of girls, but be the best dressed dude in that environment. So if you're going to a beach bar, for example, and there's guys wearing tank tops, shorts, and sandals, also known as Jerusalem cruisers, you want to be the best dressed dude if you can in that environment. Now this points to the obvious thing of also working on your body. A guy who simply takes care of himself, who puts his health number one, who works out and tries to minimize his body fat is not only going to look better in clothing, but is also going to communicate to hot girls that he takes care of himself. And a lot of girls will say what a guy looks like doesn't matter. But I'll tell you what, those are girls who don't take care of themselves. You'll watch those videos on YouTube where girls are like, I want to do with the dad bod. Well, look at the girl who's saying that. She's got a mom bod. right? The girls who are super hot want a dude who takes care of himself. I have lots of hot girlfriends, and that's what they're attracted to. It doesn't mean you have to be super good looking and on the front of GQ magazine. It just means that you put effort into what you look like, put effort into your hygiene, put effort into your style by getting custom made clothing or getting clothing tailored if you can. Yes, even your jeans, so that when you walk around, you just look dope. You look the best you can be. And that's the whole point of this podcast. It's the whole point of my coaching program. I want to get you to the highest level you possibly can be. And while looks aren't nearly as important for women as it is for men, meaning it doesn't matter as much what you look like as a man, it still matters. And if you're dressed nicely, if your clothes fit you correctly, if you have a dope haircut and your teeth are clean, you're going to get your foot in the door so much easier than if you look like a homeless man who's approaching her for some money. So consider this, gentlemen, stay away from the trendy things, but always go back to style basics. And I cannot stress enough, the way your clothes fit is infinitely more important than the style of the clothes itself. Yeah, girls know about name brands and they may give you a compliment if you're wearing some diesel pants. I've had that happen many times, but it's the way they fit me. And I'm willing to take a good solid hour at a store like Diesel, creating a gigantic stack of jeans in the changing room as I try them on to find the one single pair of jeans that fits me perfectly. If you were to look in my closet, I literally have 3 pairs of jeans. You don't need a gigantic wardrobe. You just need a wardrobe that fits you perfectly so that when you pop on your outfit, you look in the mirror and you're like, fuck yeah, dude. And you feel more confident because of it. And that confidence on top of your good style is going to get women more attracted to you. Gentlemen, I do appreciate you listening. If you'd like to jump on that free one-on-one breakthrough session with my partner and wingman, Victor Lynch, he's ready to meet with you. You guys are going to focus on you and whether or not my program can help you. So if you're interested in working with me, if you want to see what I can do for you, and if you want to see what this NLP is all about, we're open to you, man. We'll welcome you with open arms. We're not pushy at all. All we care about is whether or not we can help you, and we want to guarantee that we will 10x your results with women. That's what I tell Victor. I'm like, listen, when you get on the calls with these guys, you have to promise them we will 10x the results. Otherwise, do not accept them. I don't care how bad they want into the program. We're going to 10x the results in 3 months. And yes, we do that with every single one of our clients. Once again, gentlemen, I do appreciate you listening. I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you, that's right, in the next episode.